stuff, have you? The
I don't.
doxing, swatting.
Just how about
I saw a CVTV video that made me laugh because I'm like, isn't that the they them person who was fighting?
Yeah, I got really big. I got a ton of like national coverage and shit in Canada. It was pretty insane.
Well, what happened? She got swatted?
It's a whole dumb story, but yeah.
Okay.
you do real estate at all?
I just bought my first property.
You want to talk real estate? I'm a huge real estate guy. I love real estate.
Hey man, I don't know enough about it, but I'm willing to chit chat about it.
Okay, so what are you looking for in real estate?
Me personally, my first spot that I bought was for my mom. I just wanted to move her close, so I bought a condo nearby, and so she's like 5-minute walk away. And that's like my first property.
So that's not really like, you know, yeah.
I'll say this: I don't think that rental properties are that great of an investment. Honestly, when I did one, but listen, for me, and I'll say why. I spent so much time working, doing stuff for YouTube, that it wouldn't be feasible for me to try to get a tenant, manage that, do the repairs.
You just get, dude, you can get like property managers that do all that, right?
But then by the time I get the property managers, they've taken such a large cut. Like the profit is so minimal. It's like it's not worth all the equity that I had to put in to even purchase the property.
I mean,
so
it's,
for me,
it's the profit goes down a little bit, but it's worth it. You're building passive income, all right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst. I just feel like for the amount that I would get back with the property manager for like 1 or 2 rental properties, I just don't think it's
that's true. For 1 or 2, it wouldn't be. But once you got 20 rental properties, you'll have the ABBA empire. Okay.
Yeah. See, that sounds like a lot of labor, a lot of work, and it couldn't be. But that's the main thing that I've come to accept the last couple weeks. I was thinking of buying another property. I was like, I don't think
Interesting.
Wow.
So go ahead, Dan. What was your take?
No, I think real estate right now is the fucking best thing that you can possibly do.
Really?
Just unreal. Depending on the area you go into, it's literally free real estate. It's an amazing fucking deal. It's it's just all the benefits are there across the board. You're borrowing money still at a very historically cheap interest rate. You're buying an asset that's going to keep up with inflation. So if inflation continues to go crazy for the next few years, guess what? This is going to keep up with it. You have a chance of actually making money on the bank's money. So if you're borrowing and putting 20% down, and you're paying 5%, you can actually make money at 7. So every 100 grand you borrow, what?
I'm about to spice this whole bitch up. Okay, here's this is how I know I grew up. I don't think this. I finally made it, and I don't think this society is gonna. I think.
Wait, hold on, you're micing up. You don't think society's gonna what?
I don't think it's gonna last. Now that I've made it, I don't think society's gonna last. I think like the world's a cruel place, and that this shit's gonna end. And
wait, when you say this shit, do you mean like your career personally, or like all of society's gonna collapse?
No. Like for some reason, I made money, and I had a doomsday mindset immediately. Okay, this is how like I think it's my poverty brain kicking in. But now when I think about buying a property, you know what I'm thinking about? I don't even think about long-term investment. This is how retarded I am. I start thinking about like I want to get like a big property with like mirrored closets with like a second room behind where I keep guns and like a bunch of supplies for like an apocalyptic society.
I can talk about that too.
My mindset, this is real, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mindset is that because this shit's gonna fall off. There's no point in me getting property that's gonna last forever. So I should just invest money into something tangible so that when shit pops off, I'm gonna be better equipped with everyone.
Okay, let me stop you there. You're all over the place. Okay, you're a mess, but I can fix you. Do you want to be fixed?
I want to be ready for the apocalypse sometime.
Okay, how ready are you right now? Because you're talking to someone. I'm ready for the apocalypse. I feel like maybe you're not. You know what being ready for the apocalypse is? Don't let it become a mindset for you. Okay? It needs to be an insurance policy like anything else, but you cannot let it dictate your investment that you do for yourself and how you go forward with life. Okay? What you're doing is you're preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. And that's all you can do. If we spend all of our time preparing for fucking doomsday situation, we're going to have a fucking shit life. Okay? We don't want that. So what is the best thing you can do to actually prepare for real end of the world as we know it type shit hit the fan situations? Mm-hmm. What you actually want to do is treat it like insurance. Go spend 5-10 grand, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you can set yourself up so that you will be among the less than 1% of people that survive some sort of crazy fucking shit hits a fan situation when no one else will. Okay? Right. The question is, do you want to spend more money after that to survive and be the 0.1%. Because it's like buying headphones. Okay, when you buy a really nice pair of headphones, you can spend $100 to get a really nice pair. If you want one that's like 2% better than that, you have to go and spend like an extra. You have to double the price. You have to go up to $200 to get 1%. The same thing comes with surviving for some sort of apocalypse like that. You just go out. You need to buy enough food that lasts you a year. Get the type of supplies you think you might need, and that's it. Because I'll tell you right now, you're not going to want to fucking live in some fucking Mad Max Fury Road type of situation where it's you and fucking 600 people in the United States, okay? Like, if you're going out and buying a fucking missile silo and hollowing that shit out to live in there, bro, that's going to be a fucking dog shit life for you. Just be like, well...
Oh, no. I want to live through that. I want to live through all of it. Listen. I agree with everything that you just said, but I 100% want to be ready for that kind of apocalypse. So what I'm thinking of is buying myself a tiny property out in the woods that I know I'm going to have like an extra cache of all the shit I need, right? And then out here in the city, I just live in a poor place, but I got a car ready to fucking jet out this bitch if I need to, and some weapons out here. That's my goal. My goal, crazy as it sounds, and I know it's stupid. This is my poverty brain, okay? So
you're going to say that, but also keep doing it, just to be clear. So you're smart enough to know this is a stupid idea, but are you still going to do it? I expect more from you already, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't expect more from me. I just because I'm aware of my stupidity doesn't mean I can overcome it. It's like, just because I know I'm a horn dog doesn't mean I can stop out here being these streets fucking. You know, you can know something and still not be able to stop it. It is what it is. Okay. And so, you know, I've taken some steps to come out of that, you know, stupid brain where, you know, I bought a property for my mom, like it'll appreciate, blah blah blah. Put like $100K into like investments. Like, yeah, you know, I did some cool things, but. When you ask me, like, deep down, what do I want to spend my money on? I want to get shotguns, bulletproof vests, gas masks, hazmat suit, fucking whatever I think I would need, a whole, like, supply of, like, perishable goods. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Jet ass. That's like, in the back of my head, that's what I'm thinking about.
Envy donated $19.99. Thanks, my dude. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. True.
But the cabin with the extra, that's going to cost me a bit more.
Okay, but just spend the 10 grand now and get like mostly set up. You know, you don't need to go and have everything all at once. You can do all that now. Everything you just said, I have in the room with me right now. Okay. Do you understand that?
I get that. My problem, and this is my fear, okay? This is my fear. Once I give in, I can't stop. That's like genuinely what I'm thinking. Like, once I buy the first one and I buy all that ammunition, then I'm like, what about my family? I need to get guns for them because I don't want to live without these motherfuckers either, you know? So I'm like, yeah, I got the shotties. So I'm thinking about that kind of stuff.
I feel like you know. So this is a hard thing, but you have to take it in and realize that like this thing that you want is not a good investment to make. Okay, this is like someday I want to buy a yacht. Cool.
It is. I think you're wrong. This is why it is a good investment. I think you're wrong.
Wait, hold on. I missed part of this. Why? What's a good investment? What are we on right now?
He wants to be a fucking survival prepper in nothing else. He wants to like buy a cabin and fill it with fucking dry food.
This is why it's a fantastic investment for my peace of mind. You know what I mean?
Wait, what the fuck?
Are you
like my mind becomes more calm as I know my shit's all good.
Wait, why not just do like some light prepping then?
That's what I said.
You could like turn it into a hobby. Like be like, oh, like I'm gonna learn how to use a Bunsen burner, hoard MREs or some shit. I don't know. You could like do some fun shit or whatever. But because the type of thing you're talking about, you understand that there is no peace of mind for somebody like that, right? If you're genuinely thinking it's the apocalypse and you spend every waking moment preparing for it, you're not going to find peace of mind at the end of that preparation. You're not going to be like satisfied, like, oh, okay, I think I'm ready to go now. Not to mention the fact that depending on where you live, you might be where the bombs drop first, so you're fucked no matter what, you know?
I mean, there's also, this is the mentality, the psychology of this. I actually talked to my wife about this. It's trying to outrun death, and you can't. No matter what you do, you're going to be dead in like 60 years. You know that. That's it. There's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how fucking deep a missile silo you get, how much MREs you got. You're fucking cooked in 60 years.
Okay. This is
not
just
even for
general...
for Abba, it's like 50, right?
But you have to understand. You're speaking logically. I'm just telling you about instinct. This is just all instinct, and I'll explain this a little bit. I don't know when my kind of brain kind of started thinking this way, but for example, when I walk into a room, I like peep out all the exits. When I'm
all right, Jason Bourne, settle the fuck down. All right, come on, fuck out of here.
I'm not lying. This is.
I know all the license plates of the cars outside. 1996 Ford Polestar.
No.
Fuck out of here.
That's crazy. That I don't go that far. But for example, even when I sit myself at a table, I always make sure my back's to the wall. There's just little things like that I inherently do that I think You know what I mean? Like, I just think I need to do it. Okay. Even when I'm walking down the street, I'm really paying close attention to how people are walking towards me, just in case. Like, that's just the way.
You can't do those things and then not even have a month worth of food, of dry food. You can't do that. Okay? Because it just makes it look like you're really bad at this stuff.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Agree.
Do you have 10 grand free? You want me to help you right now? We could do it together. Because I ran one of the largest prepping websites that there is.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you should. I'm something of a prepping entrepreneur.
So I have started certain things. So
Okay.
I live in Canada, so I've gone through the license for prep buying guns, which has become increasingly difficult. But I'm
Okay.
going through the process. A couple of the people around me, you know, I've talked to them. They've also gone through the process. Some of them have already gotten their guns.
Sure.
I am now going to buy the safe that I need to get certain things ready. So, like, you know, when people are like, "Yo, Abel, you getting a Bugatti?" Or like, I don't even own a car yet, but I'm getting all this other stuff.
Well, I don't know how prudent that. Listen, I can't comment on the wide scope of how completely financially irresponsible this is. But I can guide you on the best path to spend your money irresponsibly in the best way. That's what I can do. So you're like, hey, Dan, I want to be retarded with my money. I'm like, well, that's retarded. You're like, I know. I was like, okay, let me show you the best way to be retarded. That's what I can do right now.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like my retardation probably at a 2 at best. Okay.
No, it's like a 7.5 to an 8.
No. You know why it's not? Because
It's about the same as like souping up a Honda Civic. To be completely honest. Yeah, a little bit.
I'll tell you why. Because the amount of money that I'm thinking of investing in this kind of stuff is like a fraction of the wealth that I have. Right, and so knowing it's such a small amount, like, you know, at the end of the day, my spending habits are so low.
The fuck? You told me that you weren't going to buy real estate because you wanted to buy a fucking missile silo. You can't say, I'm only going to spend a small percent. You're saying you want to go fucking all in. Which is it, motherfucker? Don't sneak around with me.
Okay. You're not wrong in regards to like my financial literacy in terms of long-term plans. What I'm trying to say is I'm not in a bad place because thankfully I don't spend my money frivolously, but at the same time I haven't invested in it intelligently. That's what I mean. I have the equity to start making the right decisions. I'm not completely retarded.
Wait, you're such a good wordsmith, but you say things that are so fucking just like, you're like, listen, I may spend my money irresponsibly, but responsibly, money is not being spent. I'm like, what? Wait, what did just happen? No, if you spend your money on stupid shit, that is not being financially responsible. It's so good what you just said. I can't even remember how it happened.
Let me explain. You know how people spend their money in retarded ways and then blow all of it? What I'm trying to say is I don't blow all of it.
I'm witnessing one of them right now, but go ahead.
But I'm not burning. I'm not blowing through my money. I got a lot of it, so I'm good.
Okay.
I don't spend. I can afford to have one stupid thing I spend my money.
No,
on.
you can. But
yeah, exactly. I got one thing. So some people buy a luxury good, right? Like you buy a gold chain.
Yeah.
Stupid, but it's okay.
That's okay.
Instead of buying that one gold chain, I'm getting ready for the apocalypse.
Yes, but the problem is you're not just like, I'm going to spend like 2% on this. And I'd be like, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm okay. You spend 10% on fucking bullshit. That's fine. But when I was asking you about like the 90%, I was like, what about real estate? And you're like, oh, no, dude, I'm saving up for a missile silo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the? Wait, hold up. What do you mean? So you can't do both those things. You got that 90%. That can't be a missile silo.
Yo. You want to know how fucked up this shit is? You started talking about owning a missile silo, and part of my brain was like, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I bet you have fucking bookmarks on your shit, and you're like, oh yeah, an Atlas 5 missile silo, fucking A. That's $45,000, about 110 to retrofit it. Not bad.
No, I'm not even gonna front you, bro. I've never looked it up, but because of you, I am. So my retardation levels just increased. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I haven't spent the time enough to like sit on this and do all my research. This was just an instinct I have. But as I'm talking to you and you're expanding my mind, I'm realizing how much more I could do in terms of retarded stuff with this.
I'm trying to take you the other way. I feel like I must be speaking poorly. Working. Yeah, I understand it's not working. That's not good. Okay, I'm trying to peel you back from insanity, and you're like, a missile silo? Where at? It's in like Arizona typically. You don't want to listen. Just chill, okay? You need to think about this realistically, okay? Mm-hmm. You're gonna be dead in like some amount of years. No matter, nothing you can do, You just, that's it. So you need to focus on living the best life you can right now and escape the fear of dying. Escape the fear of wanting to do nesting for a man, because that's what this is. This is male nesting, fortifying, preparing for an onslaught attack. that is never going to come. And if it does come, you will be defenseless to stop it. I guarantee you. Okay? No amount of fucking bullshit you can have. What is smart to do, okay, is to know that certain things will continue to happen in our lifetimes. Some of the things that are most likely to continue happening are going to be other COVID-19 type diseases, and they could be more dangerous in the future. So it does make sense for you to be able to have a year's worth of dry food in there, because if shit really does hit the fan, where if you risk going outside and potentially getting some sort of fatal virus, you don't want to go outside at all. So you need to have enough food that you can survive that first 6 months without making contact with people. And then, you know what? You are among the 1% that survived versus anyone else who didn't. That's smart. But when you start to think that you want to go beyond that point, beyond that 6 months, and be like, yeah, surviving for 6 months is good, but what about like 5 years? That's when you start going crazy, because you can't do that forever without sacrificing your life. You can go and you can sacrifice a very small part of your sanity and your bank account and everything else to give you that 6 months to 1 year. That's not hard to do right now where you are. But if you go beyond that, it will consume you. Okay? It's about buying insurance policy, not becoming the insurance policy. And that's what you gotta force yourself to do it. You can't say, oh, it's fun, I like it. Everyone likes that. It's a natural fucking desire for us to want to outrun death and to do male nesting. But you have to fucking push back against that to take control over your ego and your moral fucking psyche, and know that the best thing you can do with your life is to literally live every day like it's your last and have fun and go fucking travel and everything else like that. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Also,
I believe in you.
If you buy one of these places, it's more likely some crazy dude's gonna come shoot you and take your silo, like that whole family out in Arkansas. So
I was gonna say one of the funniest things, and I don't know if this applies to you, because you mentioned getting guns, but like if you're doing serious prepping shit, I feel like the most important thing you could do is learn combat, because if it comes down to the point where people are living post-apocalyptic lifestyles, the people with the most shit are gonna be the people with the most guns, because they're just gonna go and steal everybody else's shit.
That's true. That's
yeah,
true. But
that's
at least
important.
It's a good starting point. You get what I'm saying? And I already know how to shoot guns, so I'm not terrible.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I got some training. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I mean, hey man, you guys have said some interesting things. I now know about missile
Just looking out for
silos.
you, okay?
There's a lot of stuff. Like here, let me teach you a little bit more.
Oh boy.
Okay? So
Yeah.
let's talk about likely outcomes. Okay, this will be like a little bit more fun than the other ranty shit. So, tell me what you know about fish antibiotics.
I know about probiotics. I don't know about antibiotics.
Nah, I'm talking about fish antibiotics. That's right. You, when shit hits the fan, are not going to be able to go to the hospital if you get a fucking scratch on your leg that becomes infected. Did you know that? You're not going to be able to go to the hospital because if you don't go there, you're going to risk catching like fucking COVID 2024 or whatever it is at that point. Okay? You're not going to be able to go there. So you need to be able to treat yourself. Do you have the fish antibiotics or not?
No, I don't got those.
So I'm just sorry, Steve. You have something to say to me? Fucking say it to my face. All right? Don't be fucking typing in chat like I don't see what you're doing. You fucking weasel fuck.
I'm just listening, dude.
I mean, I'm not even mad. This is all good information.
No, it is all good information. And you know what else?
I'm-
This fucking cuck is going to be showing up at my house when everything... yo, Dan, what's up? Yo, can I get some of that freeze-dried strawberries, man? I'm going to tell him to fucking pound sand and fucking send a few rounds through the fucking door and blast him into the fucking next area code. God damn, bro.
But you know, that's got to be such a cool experience. Like,
To what?
like hypothetically, right?
No, dude. Do not look forward to that. That's what you're missing, man. It's going to fucking suck.
Let me just live my fantasy for a little bit.
No, dude, no, because I have to pull you
Well,
out of it.
well, but
no internet, no
hey, listen.
no fresh food, no nothing. It's gonna be fucking dog shit. It's gonna be boring every day. You're gonna be playing fucking offline games, wanting to fucking end your life because there's nothing to do. You can't go anywhere. There's no fucking internet. There's no cell phones. You can't go out to restaurants.
I'm
It's fucking
sorry.
hot
Just your
because there's no
friends.
electricity.
I'm sorry that my fantasy is your night. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
100%.
because it would be your fantasy for like a fucking few days, and then you'd be like, okay, where do they have internet again? I want to go play fucking Rust.
I think you drastically overestimate how much happier modern society makes people.
Then go live in a fucking cabin. You could do that today.
No,
Give
because
up- give-
because I have people I love, I have family I love, I have people I care about.
convenient. But you only got.
No, I'm not even trying to say that modern society is trash. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like the alternative isn't inherently terrible. Okay, I've taken extended periods where 3-4 months where I've been away from all this shit, and I've really been in a place where you have no access to
How
the
old are
vast
you?
majority. I'm 32.
I feel like you should know better, okay? As someone that grew up without a lot of the cool shit that we have today, okay? We may do with a lot, but it was fucking miserable back then, okay? 4 channels on TV, no remote control.
4 channels? Shut the fuck up. How old are you?
I had 4
Stop.
channels.
No,
I did.
yeah, because
I
your
had 4
parents didn't have
channels.
cable.
Well, yeah, because cable wasn't in my fucking town at the point, bro.
Wait,
That's
when
the
was
whole
cable
fucking point.
TV invented?
I didn't have it in the town where I was at the time.
Cable TV was rolled out in the 40s and 50s. How old are you again?
Okay, you think I'm capping, but I'm not. I had fucking 4 channels on TV. Like, I don't know what to fucking say about this. It was the 80s. All right.
I'm sorry.
Listen, do not evangelize this. Okay? That's what you're doing right now. And you're setting a bad example for all these fucking Zoomers that are listening to us, thinking that what you're saying is based.
my
And it is
God.
not based.
But hold up, do you not believe that for some people being aware to this like civilization shit is better for them?
No, because it's just fear. In most cases, there's nothing that they can do. I do agree with being prepared for a year to live off the grid, and people can do that for cheap.
Wait, hold up. Why is it inherently fear? Why can't that excitement be in any way type of?
I'll give you the. Well, okay. First of all, the year is a good date to do, and the reasoning why behind that is that if the government and your country and everything else hasn't fixed whatever's fucking going on, that you can't leave your house in a year and be secure, shit's fucked. Okay, shit is omega fucked, right? This is like a Jericho type situation where it's not gonna, like, no amount of prepping would have gotten here.
Okay. Okay, so again, why is it fear based? Why are you saying like inherently, if all this shit went away, life would be miserable?
Because it would, dude. It would fucking suck. Like, there's a lot
That's not an answer. Give me specifics.
The comforts of your life. So I have kids, so now they're not going to be in school, and I'm lazy, so I'm not going to teach them shit. So they're just going to be stupid. Okay, so there's that. There's not going to be any air conditioning because I'm not going to have enough solar to power that. I don't have any solar currently. All the food that I got is pretty much, I have to eat dry food for the next year. Okay, or freeze-dried food. So no more going out to restaurants or any of that type of stuff. No internet. Okay, so I don't know about your life, but typically I wake up, take a shower, have a nice breakfast, and then I go use the computer for the day. Now that's going to be gone. Instead, my day is going to be sitting at my desk, looking at a screen that has notepad files on it, and typing to a non-existent DGG chat
You
and
know what you
role-playing
could do?
like someone was there.
You could just touch grass.
I've touched grass. I've done things like that. As I said, I grew up a long time without the internet. I grew up doing shit like going out and fucking playing outside and going to your friend's house and all that type of shit.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
That was fire when you were fucking 8. That is not fire when you're 32, bro. I'm not going out there and making fucking tree houses and shit.
That's cap. That's cap. I don't believe that at all. I think it's still fire today.
No, it's, and especially it's not fire in fucking Florida. Okay, it would be different if I lived in a different place, but I don't.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be in Florida. I would definitely be in a place that gets 4 seasons, something enjoyable.
I feel like you have to control yourself and not let this control you. Okay, that's it. You're lost. You're lost.
Damn.
I honestly, I genuinely believe this. If I didn't have internet from tomorrow onward, or if I lived in a society with no internet, my life would be better 150%.
Then do it today.
No, it's not possible.
I mean, it is possible. You could just stop.
How?
Just log off.
Most of the services nowadays are linked to the internet.
Yeah, use it for like essentials, and then just don't do YouTube, Instagram, any of that shit.
I think
Go outside all day, jump around some backyards.
You know why you're not gonna do it? Because you know you're full of shit right now. That's why. Because you could do it and you choose not to. It's okay. I'm with you. I could choose to it, and I don't either.
It's equivalent of people saying like, "All right, just leave the government behind." Kind of free state.
No, that's not equivalent. You can unplug. There's plenty of people that fucking do it. I'm buying a house right now from a guy that doesn't even have a cell phone. He has an old house phone, no fucking cable TV, no internet. My fucking agent had to go over there and get him to manually sign. Okay, people can live like this. You choose not to.
Ooh.
I choose not to partially, but it's not that I choose not to. I've tethered myself so deeply into it that without it being severed for me, it would be extremely difficult to walk away.
But
I have hold up. Let me explain. I have responsibilities to people that I can't just walk away from. I have family members that I can't just walk away from. You're asking me to just walk away as if it's an option. Bruv, I got people who financially depend on me to continue to provide for them. So unless something happened where this was no longer a possibility, I can't just walk away. I can't just walk. That's not a real. That's like saying, oh, you can just walk away from your family. If you don't like being a parent, you just walk away. Technically, you can if you're a terrible fucking person.
Yeah, but see, the difference is I would never say my life would be 150% better if I walked away from my wife. You just said that your life would be better if you didn't have the internet.
No. That's not what I said.
I think you said life would be better.
Let me rephrase. Let me say it. I said life would be better if it wasn't there. I did not say life would be better if I walked away. Those two things are very drastically different. You could certainly make the case that if one of your parents died or somebody like a huge dependent died, your life would be better. But it would not be better if you walked away because you have to live with that. You understand the difference?
Wait, just a real quick side. Would your life be better if all the ones killed themselves? Important question.
The ones?
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
The ones out of 10?
Oh, hold on. I think Steve probably stole that from someone in chat. Let me see if I can look
Yeah,
up.
scroll, but like you didn't. That was my original joke.
Oh my god, that's why it was so fucking bad.
You're so mad. You're capping hard. So this is Kizzy. This is crazy
Abba,
Kizzy right now.
Did you know, there's a clip, I can send it to you. So when Steven was on this podcast that he did with Fresh and Fit, there was a moment, and he made a really funny joke. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in this conversation here.
Listen, it's not my fault they don't have a sense of humor. It was a good joke, okay?
Okay. Okay, you're going to see a little notification there.
They were capping hard, okay, on this podcast.
Do you see it? You can just click this this room that you're in. There's a little chat bubble if you hover over it. You see that?
What have you been sending these messages at, Dan?
What?
I have no idea where you put it.
I don't know where you put these.
Okay.
I see it. Yeah, so you want me to click on that?
Click on that video. And just, we'll give you 30 seconds of silence to watch this. Go ahead.
You seem pretty jealous, Dan. You okay?
Oh, are you trying to talk over so he can't hear it clearly? I understand.
Oh, you can just mute the shit.
Oh,
if he wants to listen to it.
I'll just deafen myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, do that. Get out of here.
Hold on. Let me put this on Imager so everyone else can appreciate it too.
Oh, yeah. Are you okay, Dan? You seem a little bothered today.
I don't know. It seems like...
You seem a little zesty.
It seems, first off, you know what that is, and you just said it anyways.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
You said yourself yesterday that zesty was a homophobic comment.
Okay,
but
well,
you
if other people, but I am homo, so I can say it, dumbass.
First off, I don't. Okay, here's.
Yeah,
you saw
that? It was a good joke.
No, it
not
wasn't.
my fault. They don't have a sense of humor.
You know why that shit was funny? Half of that shit was funny because of the reaction.
Of course, that's what it was all funny like that.
Oh, listen, man, they just weren't ready for it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type of person, like, when I'm doing stand-up and I go to open mics and I watch motherfuckers bomb, I'm dying in the background. There's nothing better than when someone delivers a punchline they think is gonna go well and there's an awkward silence that meets that shit. That is my favorite, most visceral moment. That shit's amazing.
Just imagine how Steve felt in that moment too. That fucking 1 to 2 seconds of panic in his heart, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay."
Dan, I think you're projecting your misspeak experience onto everyone else right now.
No, because I do it so often, it's completely numb to me. Okay,
yeah.
So when you have a moment like this and there's fucking 20 girls looking at you as you make the N-word
you're saying
joke,
it's not numb to me because I'm
thinking?
normally so fucking hilarious that I just never bomb jokes. Thank you, Dan. True. Thanks.
I'll also say this. The joke was good.
True.
So
thank you.
You have to separate.
You're such a
thank you. It was a good joke.
Bro, you can come
but it was the wrong crowd.
It
was the wrong crowd. It was the wrong crowd. But it was a good joke.
As his black lawyer, I have to say this, and I have to be very explicit. There's a giant difference between something being funny and then someone laughing at what you said.
True.
And so what I'm trying to say is you can do a great joke and a lot of people can be outraged. They can feel some type of way. It doesn't take away from the fact that the joke is funny. And then one audience's reaction to a joke does not make it funny or not funny. The same way comedians go up on stage. You can watch Bill Burr. He'll go in front of one crowd and bomb for 20 minutes. And then he'll do the same set in front of a different crowd and they'll be cackling the entire time. That doesn't define what is or isn't funny.
Damn. I have so much more confidence in this. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, it was a good joke.
Thank you.
If I'm like, and listen, this is my job too, but if I'm looking at how he actually set it up, Destiny sucks at delivery. That's just the truth. But
No, I think it was
the
the,
actual
uh,
joke itself was good.
I think it was the audience on that one.
I think
I'll give it
somebody
half
else
of
would
it.
have done that joke. If Tate would have done that joke, they would.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they would have laughed.
Maybe.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, because
I'll
they're
give you that.
simps for Tate. You know, it's a different type of.
Yeah. That's funny. What's the difference between you having your white wife or this wife? Well, one of them is going to be bothered by my stance on the N-word. That's a good joke.
This is a good joke. Thank you.
That's a good joke.
On the fly joke too, Dan. Have some respect.
Yeah. I got to give it to him. But anyways, what were we talking about before this?
You mean back in reality? I think we were talking about fish antibiotics.
Yo, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, Destiny.
Yeah. What are you gonna
I'm going
do?
to take that joke and I'll do it at an open mic and record the reaction. I'll show you.
Thanks. Sounds good.
I feel like you saying it might have a little bit different connotation, but you know what? I'll give it to you. Give it a shot. Why not?
I think it's even better if a white dude says it because of how taboo it is. That literally is what makes it funnier.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of ha-has that I saw right there, but, you know.
What you mean?
I think chat thought the joke was funny. I think the only ha-has were from the girls. They just didn't have a good sense of humor, you know.
Nah, because most of these bitches is lame. Dan, you spent like 20 minutes talking about how fucking weird these people are, and then you use them as a barometer for what is or isn't funny. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro?
Wait, were you talking to me or Dan?
Yeah, Dan came in and he was like, these women on this podcast
Part
are so
of
bizarre.
being a good interlocutor is being able to...
Wait. Being
Shut up! Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up!
Being a good interlocutor. Okay, go ahead.
You know what? Never mind. Part of,
No.
part of talking good is realizing who's around you and be able to talk in the same tone they are. All right? That's the smart... That's talking smart. All right?
That's good if you're working in a corporate. That has nothing to do with being.
Well, he's around a bunch
damn.
of fucking...
No, it has nothing to do with being funny. Being funny is a completely different thing. Now, sure, it varies from some crowd to some degree, but being able to cut through the taboo is one of the best ways to be funny.
Listen, if he's around a bunch of fucking dumb women, okay, you have to make jokes that they're gonna get. I don't know what you think is gonna happen if you're doing kind of ninth degree stream jokes. It's not gonna work.
Listen. If you want to make the argument that Destiny's not a good comedian because he can't read the right crowd, that's a different thing than whether or not the joke was funny.
I think that's the same thing. I think you can usually, but okay,
no, because that's the equivalent of saying like a product is bad because it was delivered to the wrong person. It's like, no, it's not because the person didn't need this defibrillator that the defibrillator is bad. It just means they weren't the ones who were supposed to get it. That doesn't have any bearing on the product, just the delivery. Those are two separate things.
Yeah, stop attacking me, Dan. You're shitting on me a lot. I don't know why, Dan. It's making me feel bad.
Yeah, like I do this all the time. Like I'll watch comedians on stage, right? And they'll be not comedians that make me laugh at all. But as I'm watching them, I can understand how they set up their jokes, the kind of like misdirection they were going for, to understand their joke was good. It just wasn't for me, or it's not my kind of humor. I watch most comedy specials and I don't laugh, but I know the difference between a good comedy special and a bad one. What makes either one good or bad isn't like how the crowd received it. Because let me tell you, there's a bunch of Amy Schumer specials on TV right now where the motherfuckers were laughing. Still was dog shit. It had nothing to do with people's reaction.
Yeah, Dan. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah. And I'll say this for anybody. So, I mean, I'll own my shit. I even did it for Fresh and Fit when they did that one joke about fucking Night Riders. That shit had me rolling, okay? But was it a great joke? No, it wasn't the best joke, but it was all right. People were like, that's not humor. It is. It's just you don't have to love it. I think people sometimes get so caught up in their own reactions to humor or whether or not they laugh at something to determine like the intention of the person or whether or not they're funny. It's like, just because it's not for you, motherfucker, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, Dan has this problem a lot for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are separate things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We're also talking to somebody like... Yeah.
I want to take a step back because I feel like you're starting to like suck your own shit here. When you did this fucking joke live, chat was a fucking giant stream of Sweatstonies and Munka Essing. There was no Omega lols or ha-has. Well, there was some ha-has there.
Yeah, because they're responding to the crowd is not saying
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I had most of that crowd on my side for most of the girls and shit were chill with me for the entire
whatever
night.
amount
I
of
bombed
fucking
one
copium
joke. It's okay, it happens, Dan. That's part of life.
You guys are like you're good. The two of you guys together. It's like you're selling enough bullshit. And I'm thinking to myself here, like, huh? Am I retarded? Oh no. Both of these guys are on fucking Omega amounts of copium. Okay, got it. I just had to bring myself back to fucking reality. It wasn't funny. It was a bad joke, bad timing, not the right place to do it. Just a whole
Okay,
big
hold up.
list.
Hold up. Let me just break it down because I could talk about this all shit all day. I'm a nerd for jokes. So what makes that joke bad? And for anybody who didn't hear the joke was essentially somebody asked them like they were talking to Destiny. There was a black woman present, and the person who's talking to Destiny, one of the Fresh and Fit guys, says, "Hey, if this black woman was your wife instead of Melina, what would be the difference?" And Destiny replies, "Well, for one, I don't know how she would feel about my stance on the N-word." Okay.
Yes, you can't. That's like so. Like you. Okay, let me give you an
Hold
example
up,
of like another. No, you hold up. Hold up.
Because I'm in the middle of giving.
All right,
context.
fine. Let's go. Go ahead.
Now it's important
Preach.
that when you guys are hearing this, whenever you have to break down a joke to this nth degree, it's not going to sound nearly as natural or as good as it does in the moment. But I wanted to just give it the most uncharitable.
Okay.
The most uncharitable. So now go ahead, Dan.
If he wanted to be like racist in that, you shouldn't be racist and leave it where no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. So he said, what would be different if you had a black woman for a wife? And he was like, well, they'd probably disagree with how much I say the N-word. People are like, wait, what? Wait, do you say it a lot? Like they don't know.
Okay, let me explain.
Versus being
God.
if you want to be a little bit racist, but like hopefully get some laughs, you could say, well, I guess we'll have more fried chicken or something. Like maybe you can at least get laughs with something that and immediately get it. You're just a racist there.
Hold on, I'll explain what happens because Dan doesn't understand, okay? The difference is that different communities have like wild and different boundaries in different ways, and I don't have any buy-in to this community, so I don't know like where their boundaries are. But in the things that I've seen, they've pushed way farther than what I would. And like,
hold up, I have to stop you because
I'm about to kick you out of the room. I'm about to kick you out of the room.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, so there are a couple areas. So one is like the insane amounts of homophobia, and the second is the insane amounts of sexism. Right? To where they have exploded any boundary that I'd be comfortable on stream. So if you're like, okay, you guys are okay with like making the insanely homophobic comments, and you guys are okay with making the insanely sexist comments, that's fine. So I figure I should probably be able to drop like a racist joke or something. Not even like a hardcore racist joke. But I think that their lines on that, technically, if I go back, they hadn't really made any comments or anything related to that. So that was like an untested area. It would be like, imagine if you go to like a fucking nudist colony or nudist beach and everybody's nude and you're like, wow, this is crazy, I've never done here before. And then you do that, and then at some point you're like, I'm gonna go behind a tree and like take a piss or whatever. And then you do that and everybody's staring at you when you come back and you're like, what's up? And like, peeing in public is the weirdest fucking thing in the world. And everybody's like looking at you like, oh, well shit. I assume since we're all naked, like this is probably like a gimme. Like I should be able to pee behind a tree. That was the thought process. So like these guys have pushed the boundaries so extremely these other things. I figure like kind of like a quasi-racist joke is probably not gonna be a big deal. But I think it was. That's not like a boundary that they normally push. That was how the interaction went, I think, yeah.
I think it's also important to understand what makes that joke particularly good is
history with me too that people don't know. Yeah.
It's not even about the history. It has nothing to do with that. What is funny is that generally the whole idea of saying the N-word, even some people do say it in private, isn't something that people are very open about because it's so mal-seen.
Sure.
And so when someone says it so flagrantly and so casually, and they're saying it to somebody in that kind of context, it's so unexpected. It almost shocks you to the point that it's funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Also, because like if you don't have a history with me there, it was kind of like what you were saying earlier. Like they don't actually know. Like, wait, is this guy like racist, or does he actually say the N-word all the time, or like what is it? It's harder to know if the joke is if you have no background of me or my history of me whatsoever, because it just seems kind of like a little bit too shocking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people might be able to take it that way, but again, that's just their inability to maybe suss out humor to give you the benefit of the doubt. Generally, I don't go to every conversation be like, oh, this person probably meant it. They're probably really transphobic or whatever.
Sure.
I give people the benefit of the doubt because I feel like they wouldn't be this flagrant unless they're trying to be funny. Now, if you keep doing it and I start to feel out something weird, then I realize we're no longer talking jokes. Mm-hmm. But you also immediately laughed afterwards to cut the tension and make everybody understand it was a joke. So it's not that deep.
Sure.
Is it a good joke? Yes. Is it going to fall with every crowd? No. But it doesn't mean the joke is inherently bad. I think there's a giant difference.
Sure. Obviously.
Yeah. Like misdirection is probably one of the best things because like people are expecting you to answer one specific thing, but you go so left field and something so to you against what's good for you that it makes it fun. So sometimes like here's an example. I had one girl, this is not exactly perfectly comparable, but it does speak to the misdirection. I had one girl, she told me, she's like, oh, I really like Game of Thrones. She's like, because I like dudes with black dicks. I was like, well, I can make sure you know right now you don't have to worry. Oh, that's awesome. I was like, no, I got a tiny dick. And so I let her know in advance. She started laughing, I laughed, whatever. Because she was expecting me to say, oh, you don't have to worry, I got a big dick. Anyways, it's a throwaway joke. In the moment I just said it, she laughed. But what was funny about that is the unexpected answer. That's what made it funny in that specific moment. So I don't know. I find too often people look at people's reactions to determine what is a funny joke, and it's just so stupid to me because as a comedian, that's the one thing you should never base whether a joke is funny based on people's reaction.
True. As a fellow comedian, I absolutely get that. Dan just isn't really there yet. You know, he's too busy in his basement prepping in his bunker.
No.
Where all the people there laugh at all of his jokes because if they don't, he's going to withhold the fucking dry food and canned beans from them, you know?
But this also speaks to like when people do laugh at your joke. Because you got fans.
Yeah,
right?
who'll laugh
And
no
your
matter what the fuck you say, even if it's a shit fucking joke, yeah.
Right. And so I come in, I'm like, that wasn't funny, but your audience sucks you off regardless. Then it's just like there's both sides of that.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't look to them when they are being positive, and you should also when being negative, inherently to determine what is or isn't funny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah, especially with people like Dan in here that'll laugh no matter what the fuck I say. It gets like really weird.
Yeah.
Really, these are really just funny ha-has you're doing right now.
That's also like what you ever hear women be like, oh, my friends think I'm funny. It's like, bitch, they'll laugh at you laying a brick. Like, they don't care. Like, they'll laugh at anything. That's why so many ladies be like, I should do comedy. My friends think I'm funny. It's not even just ladies. Dudes do that all the time.
I was going to say, hold on.
Dudes do that all the time. Like, oh, yeah, my friends think I'm funny.
Well, I was going to say it's worse for the ladies because they probably don't think they're funny because their girlfriends think they're funny. They probably think they're funny because guys will laugh at everything they say because they're trying to get laid. That's probably where that big ego blow up comes from.
I could definitely see Dan finding a woman attractive and then just laughing at every dumb shit she says.
Do you do that, Dan?
You could see me finding someone attractive and laughing at all the dumb shit she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm single.
I mean, even if you're not single, one thing that's really weird
Fuck
about
no. Do you know who I am? I am bridge burner fucking supreme. I tell people that I'd fucking cross the street if I looked at them.
But that's because you're dealing with fucking nerd women on Twitch who are like not that attractive. If you were dealing with real baddies,
so to be clear, you think Brittany Simon is very unattractive? Okay, go ahead and clip that. Throw that out there. No, that's fine.
Listen. If you want me to be honest, she's alright. She's cute. It's cool. But
what does that mean? Give a number. Give a number so she knows what you really think. Go ahead.
No, I don't have to do that.
She's all right.
If she wants a number, she can holler at me.
Not great. So that's like an average. That's like a 5.
Listen.
Good to know. Good to know.
If she want to hear it, she can holler at me. I'll tell her to her face. I don't mind. But I'm not going to do it while she's not here. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But if you with some real attractive women, yeah, Dan, I could definitely see you simping. You know, going hee-hee at some jokes that weren't funny. Yeah, I could see that.
You know nothing about me. You're delusional.
Yo, chat, can we get Mia Malkova to get on this stream? Is that possible?
You think that's what's gonna do it?
It'd be Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah, Gal Gadot.
Yeah. Well, first off, her jokes would be funny.
Oh yeah, you like tall Israeli women with no boots.
Ooh.
It's about the personality for me. I guess I understand that you're superficial. That's fine. Me, I go for their just who they are in spirit. But I get it for you. That's fine.
Yeah. Does your dick get hard every time you laugh at an unfunny joke?
No. Why would that happen?
I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like
that was a big.
He's like Pavlovian condition for like every time he's laughing, there must be
joke.
some girl he's snipping for, basically.
No, because I feel like for some people like that kind of simpy behavior makes them convinced in their own minds that they're getting.
How are you calling me a simp? I am the simp unsupreme. Okay, you're the simp, not me.
Well, who am I simping for? Go ahead, say it.
All ladies.
All ladies?
Yep.
Bro, have you not seen my channel? It's pretty much misogyny personified.
I don't believe that.
No? You haven't watched enough of my content. If there's one rep I have on YouTube is like I hate women. You know how Destiny has his like we love women arc?
No, that's like the fresh and fit.
That.
You are not the fresh and fit.
Fresh and fit learned from me and then did it like in a way that's not funny. You get me? What we do is just way better. We do like the hating women but with a joke on.
I just want to be clear. I don't condone any of these comments. Okay.
Yes, not in private, but in private. Not in public, but in private. Me and Destiny have different kinds of conversations.
What type of conversation?
The kind that if I leaked the DMs, Destiny would 100% feel betrayed by a friend.
Really?
Wow.
For sure. But I would never do that because team misogyny.
True.
So anyways,
our mutual hatred of women supersedes my individual hatred of black people, so it's all good. We can bond over that.
Yeah. Destiny knows like in the DMs how much I dislike bisexual people, so he holds that over my head.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I hold over his head the fact that he dislikes women.
Okay.
Is that okay, Dan?
But
yeah, I guess.
Cool. Well, listen, Dan, I'm glad we could talk about this. You could start to kind of see how your own behavior permeates. I also noticed like your propensity to neg women is also you just trying to compensate for like how simpy you actually are.
that true, Dan?
So-
Do you just nag them like crazy? Because
Listen, this conversation was about me giving you strong advice about how you can change it, and now you're trying to attack me.
It's
in
not
my
even
house?
an attack. It's not even an attack. I really truly believe that when you're being like super hard on these ladies, it's to like try to convince your own like simpy brain that you're not simping for these ladies.
Oh my
But just
god!
like just by how much attention and like need you have to like draw them into these conversations, I 100% believe you're a simp. You're just like
Jesus.
bad at being a simp.
Well, I can't go against this argument that like you're so not a simp. You're a simp. You got me. I can't do anything about that. That is fucking stone cold logic that I will never be able to defeat.
So I'll explain it to you. So it's very easy. You know how in middle school, when people had a crush on a girl, they would like hit her or they would
Yep.
say dumb shit to her? That's
Yep.
you. But
Oh,
you're
that's
just a
me.
grown man.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I'm gonna have to work on that. So it's like I gotta like hate women, but like not a
it-
lot, just a little bit. I'm at
it's
a
all
10.
good.
I gotta be down to like an 8.
I ain't even mad at you. Listen, I'm just saying this so that the chat can see it, so that next time you're just randomly pulling in and you're trying to bait women into these conversations and going hard at them and doing all this stuff, they know so that you're like, oh, that's what Abba was talking about. Dan is simping, but just bad at it. That's I want people. It's for the chat. It's not for you, because I know you're not gonna change. Like you're set in your ways. You're married. You know what I mean? You got to get your loving out there somehow. But for the chat, I want them to know what they see when you're doing all this extra.
it does explain a lot of his behavior. He's like really hostile towards like every fucking woman on stream. It's pretty wild.
It's not
It
true.
is, right? Hold up. Bring
Name
Simon.
Name two women that you like on stream that have been here for the
Let's
last
go.
month.
Let's go. This is the real incel art.
Yep,
Go ahead,
two.
Dan.
Peach and Jade.
Jade and Peach haven't been on stream in months.
I can't help but the only people you're bringing on are like insane fucking either Nazis or like cult leaders. That's not my fault.
Oh
No. Destiny doesn't bring it on. Half the time, it's you baiting these women to come on. So
That's
you're
true.
the one invite. You
What do
could have
I
invited
don't
Peach.
know these people.
Go invite Peach then. Who? I
Yeah,
don't
why
even know
haven't
who
you
that
invited
is.
Peach or Jade on? Why are you like saying like let's get Lav here to argue with Mr. Girl and blah blah blah?
I didn't say that.
Really?
Listen,
Lab was on your stream, and I was like, let's get two of these people to destroy each other. Is very clearly
You're
what I
negging
said.
by proxy. You're bringing in other men to do your negging. That's how insane
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Let me also say this. There's this like misconception that only like single desperate loser dudes can be fucking simps. That's not true. Married dudes are sometimes some of the biggest simps because they just fantasize about pussy they can't get access to because they're being faithful.
I'm
So
starting
it's
to get
even worse.
a little bit offended right now at these comments. Okay, you're going a little bit hard over here, Tuna. You need to take a step back, settle down. All right, chill out. I am an honest married man, and I think of no pussy besides the pussy I have. All right,
Hey,
so you
listen.
need to take a step back.
Yo, chat, put a 1 if that sounded simpy as fuck. Let
we
me know if
already-
I'm
we
lying.
already
Can you
did the- we
can
already
you
did the-
farm chat a little bit harder here? Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just saying. Not in my opinion. I'm not gonna say nothing. Let the chat decide. I think that was simpy as fuck, but the chat can decide.
Okay. All right. Are we good?
I live for no man. I live for myself. Your opinions mean nothing to me.
Of course, we know you live for no man. You live for the women, Dan.
You want to talk about living for women? That's I just I'm in bizarro world. Every woman that it seems like has ever come into our fucking orbit in DGG, Steve has somehow slept with all of them, and I'm the fucking simp. Okay, and there's
Yes.
people that like were here for like a day. I don't even know who the fuck they are, and Steve's like, oh yeah, he had a relationship with that person for fucking 2 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck? That person? When was
Yeah.
there time to do it?
Yeah. You see that anger that you feel when you realize that the people you were simping with.
All right, that's enough. Just fucking move it along. Christ Almighty.
Hey man, listen, this has been fun. I'm gonna go spend time with my because I'm a simp for her. So I'm gonna go simp for family. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. It was a pleasure talking with y'all.
Have fun. Be careful, buddy.
Yes, sir. Cheers. Bye, Dan.
Try not to buy any missile silos on the way out, you fucking psycho.
I can't believe you took him in here and tried to turn him against me, Dan. That was your fault.
I feel like I've made a lot of progress with him.
Yeah.
He sounds